This is Tom Nunemaker with my trading update for Thursday, September 25th, 2014. I'm actually recording this the morning after my time. It's actually the U.S. market's going to open in about an hour and a half on Friday, but this is the update for what happened on Thursday. So the market sold off. This is the SPX, then the colored bars, and the blue line is the euro. So the euro traded lower after the ECB, European Central Bank president, made some comments about their quantitative easing and interest rates. So it sold off. It actually went below the euro. Let me show you the euro. The euro, here it is. It actually dipped below 127 for the first time in quite a while. Let me show you a longer term chart. Let me find the euro here. Okay, this is a 5-year chart of daily bars. So the last time we were below 127, see this low, and I'm looking over here by the way. This low was 127.64. This low was 127.44. So the last time we were below 127, looks like here. So November 2012, so 22 months ago was the last time the euro has been this low. So we're kind of toying with this technical analysis support level. It's holding right now. If we look at the current chart of the euro, actually let me look at the wrong one. The euro futures. It's at 27.41 right now, and the euro itself is at 27.34. So we are holding above 127. I think that's a pretty strong support, so it'll take some effort to get below that. Now that said, we are down 14 pips going into the US Open. Europe's trading right now. Asia's done trading. We were down 31 points, almost 32 in the SPX yesterday. And the futures are up to, they're just kind of going sideways. So if we look at that, the ES futures, that's actually not the one I want. And let's look at maybe a 1-week chart. Okay, so you can see this is the European action. The US market hasn't opened yet, but we're basically just going sideways after this huge drop yesterday, and pretty big volume if you notice too. I had to do quite a few trades yesterday because with that big move in the euro, I wasn't sure how far I was going to go. I was actually at my computer when I saw that move happening. So I did some defensive moves, and then later I kind of reset the trade. In hindsight, I should have just left it alone, but I didn't know how far I was going to go. So if I look at my trades from Thursday, see there's quite a few on the euro. I'll show you what it ended up. And then I did some more tweaking on my SPX positions, bought and sold a future and another spread on the SPX December 18th. I'll show you that too. So let's take a look at option view. Okay, let's start with SPX. So we're down 666 total, and basically when I saw the SPX, let me look at that longer term chart of SPX. You can see we definitely broke through that consolidation range, so I wanted to get negative delta. So I did. So I made some moves and changed things around. So now we're overall negative 90 delta, 235 theta. And I did this when we were down about 20, 21 points. Closed down 31. So the position definitely recovered. I think at the peak I was down about 2,500. Now it's down 600. And if we look at the risk graph, it actually doesn't look too bad from here. Nice profit zone. And if we sell off a little bit more today, like we could bounce up a little bit. We'll collect some theta, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to go. Where's that chart? Here's the one. I'm pretty sure we're going to end up at least down this range. So say 1930 to 1960 range. So if that's what my hypothesis is, 1930 to 1960, which I can actually set a target in option view. So I go price range and a projected date, and I'm going to go 1930. I'll pull in the current price and just tweak it 1960, And then the date, I wonder if I can go T16 here. Yep, I did. So that's expiration. So there's our price range. So if that's where we're headed, then actually in the next, well, today even, if we get down into the range, we'll be pretty close to break even. We might bounce up a little bit, but I still think we're headed down here. So I'm positioning the trade to have my market opinion, have a good result. So with that said, let's get rid of the target and take a look at the individual trades. Because in December, I took one of the spreads off. So I had a 10 by 20 by 10, and now I've got a 19 by 9 on the downside. And that lifted the downside, as you can see. So I made it a asymmetric or broken wing butterfly. But once we got past this tent, I wanted to raise this up just a little bit. And if it comes back into the tent, maybe inside the tent by 10 or 15 points, then I'll sell that again and push it back down and raise this up. But for now, it's outside the tent a little bit, so I just took one of those spreads off. If it keeps moving down, I'll take another one and just keep raising this up. At least to the point where I'll make at least double what I put in. So I put in 2,000. If I can get up to 2,000 profit, that'd be great. But that's what I did for that. I just tweaked it a little bit. On the one expiring on October 10th, let's see, did I do anything in that one? Oh yeah, I rolled a couple of these spreads down. I had like a 9 by 17 by 8, and I took 8 of these and rolled them down. So what that did, let's see, if I go minus 8, 8, that'll show you the before and after. So I was positive delta and I wanted to get negative delta. So this is what I had before. I was inside the tent, which looked okay, but if we keep going down like another 10, 20 points, I didn't really want to start losing money on this trade. So I just rolled about half of the puts down 20 points, and that turned it into kind of like this condor shape. Now if we do a rally, I'll have to fix that again, but for now, again with my market projection, I think we're heading lower still. And it gives me room even to be wrong a little bit. If we just go up, I'll still be in the tent, which is fine. But I'm definitely leaning negative delta on this one. And on the problem child I've been having, I don't think I had to do anything on this one, because we were already we'd already gotten a little bit negative delta, and it's stabilized the position. So I'm just kind of for this one waiting to see where it's going to go, and I'm kind of looking up and down 20, 25 points. So if it goes down 25, 30 points, it's still pretty good. It's still about the same. If it goes up 10, 20 points, it's not going to lose that much. So I basically flatlined the T+0 on this just to put it in kind of a waiting mode. And if it is starting to move down, it is slightly negative delta, so that'll help it. And if it does that, I'll probably just move these all down, or maybe just take the whole trade off and reposition it. But this one's pretty flat, slightly negative delta. And again, overall, we're minus 90 delta. Our losses down to 666, and this is what we look like. So let's take a look at the futures options. That one lost quite a bit of ground after Draghi made his comment. So this one's down over 3,600. And we're still in a good position to make money. Option view saying 87% probability. Remember, it was up at the 97% when the euro, when I put this on, the euro was up like here. So it's come down quite a bit already. And if you look at the price chart in the vol, you can see the volatility spiked up a little bit, which is part of the problem yesterday. And the euro sold off, and then I didn't know how far it was going. So I had to do some defensive measures. And then it stabilized and started recovering, so I took those off and kind of reset the trade. And that's where we are now. So the short deltas are at, where are we? Here we are. Let me get this up a little bit. So we're at a minus 12 delta. When I put those adjustments on, it was more like a minus 15, 16 delta. So it was starting to get a little high, and the market was in kind of panic mode. So if I look at my T log 6E, yeah, so the short puts were trading at 34 cents, and it's come down quite a bit since then. So uh, we're still outside of one standard deviation away, still 350 pips from trouble. Again, it's come down a lot, so hopefully it'll stabilize a little bit. And we had the ECB announcement times two. We had some bad German economic news that was unexpected, and then the FOMC. So all that stuff's behind us, even the Scotland vote. So hopefully there's not too much going on, that's going to affect the euro. The Europe doesn't seem to be quite as involved in ISIS as the US is, so we'll see. But if this delta starts getting too high, if it goes down another 100 pips, then I'll probably have to either roll this down or do something else to stabilize it. But anyway, that's where we are with this trade. The risk graph looks okay as long as I can weather the storm and it doesn't go too far too fast again. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Coming up next week on Monday at 4:30, Jim and I will be going through a market analysis with some technicals and economic stuff. And Wednesday, we're going to have Tony Sizemore from Option Elements talking about option combination strategies, which is managing by the Greeks. And the following week, we're going to have Larry Richards on talking about Quanti Carlo, which is automated option backtesting software. Pretty interesting. So anyway, if I'll do another trade update tonight, and then we'll see where we go. And just before we leave, the market's open in a little over 2 hours, and the futures are up 2.5. So looks like it might be a little bit of a quiet day. So that's it for now. Thanks.